Hello, my sunflowers. How are you at the first of the year? Again, Happy New Year. I hope 2025 be nothing but a blessing, okay?
Yes.
Now, with that being said, we hope and wish that you would subscribe to us. And we're trying to reach that 3,000. And you know when we reach the 3,000, we're going to go 4,000 and 5,000. But nevertheless, we hope that you subscribe, yes,
like,
yeah,
comment,
yeah,
yes.
That's what we like.
Support.
I don't know why I had freezer burn. I don't know, my brain went but nevertheless, please subscribe and like us. And if you get this far now in our videos, then that means you like us.
Yes.
Show us
Thank
by
you.
thumbs up, subscribe.
Yes. Become a sunflower.
Sunflowers. Hello, my sunflowers. We're back with another episode of Potomac. And Potomac. Oh, do I have a lot to say? But before I go on, I don't know how true it is. I truly heard somewhere that Karen Hooker got fired. Did she not show up at the reunion?
Nope, because she admitted herself into rehab.
Yeah, but then they showed an episode for next week where she's going into the courthouse with her and Ray.
Yes, I did see that.
So she went into, after she filmed, she went. Okay, got it. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of which, this is the second to last episode. Next week will be the season finale.
Is it now?
Yes.
And I heard she's fired. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because it definitely would be unfair to skip out on the reunion on something special.
I mean, I would like to know what's going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Yeah, especially it's peculiar now that she just happens to admit herself.
Right. But I don't know. So what she did back then has nothing to do with now. When is her hearing?
The 29th.
Is that coming up in the 2 days?
Yeah, let me see.
Is that tomorrow? No, that would be Wednesday, right? The 29th is the 29th of January, yes?
Her sentencing hearing was scheduled for January 29th, which would have been very fitting because that would have been on a new moon and a whole new year. However, the judge granted a request to postpone the sentencing until February 26th.
Because she's in rehab. If she walks from this, I swear for goodness, it won't be fair.
It would not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just won't be fair. It just won't. I don't care if she did 2 weeks. She got to do time. That's just my opinion. Because I know people that had DUIs. I don't know anyone who had a second DUI. I don't. But I know people that got their first DUI. They struggled. Oh, my God. They struggle with it. I remember a friend of mine, he drank, you know how you wash your mouth out with not alcohol, but mouthwash. And when he blew it, that thing went boop, boop. He freaked out. I had to run and get him a bottle of water so he could wash because he was freaked out. And for me, she just didn't drive, and just putting herself in rehab like that. She hasn't been eating. They said she's been on
Ozempic?
No, not Ozempic, but some kind.
Like Ozempic.
I don't know if that's true or false. I don't know what's going on with Karen. I don't know. We'll get more into the episode. Go ahead on and take us from the top to the beginning.
Take us to the bridge.
Take us to the bridge, baby Crone.
Yes. Well, first off, this episode, speaking of Karen is not starting to become a fan of Stacey because she sees that Stacey is loyal to Mia, and she isn't coming to her defense when talking to Mia.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what you got to take me to where we at.
Oh, at the very beginning of very beginning of this episode when we had just found this was when the ladies had just found out when Gazelle was going to go confront Mia.
No. What about this dog thing?
About a dog.
They was going to have the dog fashion show, and that's when Stacey found out that Karen wouldn't be coming.
That was towards the middle end.
Okay, go ahead, take it. I'll be quiet.
Okay. Yeah, but
I just don't remember.
Oh, well, that definitely does play into it because we see why Karen's not going to show up because she feels like Stacey has no loyalty to her. So she's like, why am I going to show up to your fashion event and be on your runway? But I think she did still show up to be a support, but didn't participate.
And I think Stacey got offended with that.
Stacey did.
Stacey got offended.
She did.
She just don't know these girls. She better chill. She's getting friendly with the wrong one.
She is.
I don't think her being friendly with Mia, and she likes to come off as somebody rescue ranger. And she done now told Mia what Karen told her about Wendy starting some foolery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Girl, you knew on the show, you doing the most.
Yeah, you was doing the most.
And don't deal with Mia like that. Mia can.
Don't you see Mia
get herself out? Mia can get herself out of a paper bag. Mia been there. You knew. You don't want these girls not liking you because if they don't film with you, then
yeah, she's playing it the wrong way. She's trying to be in
not Mia.
Mia
business. To me, Mia. I like Mia, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Mia with this
side of Mia.
And Mia still blaming everything on Gordon. Gordon. And so Stacey always got to be the rescue ranger. Yeah. I don't know about Stacey. She messy. Mm-hmm. I like her, but she messy.
She is.
She messy. And I'm telling you, you're messing up in the wrong places, especially fooling with Mia.
Right.
You're messy. Go ahead, baby.
Who was doing to read cards?
Baby, I'm just shuffling my cards. Is that all right?
Yes, that is.
Is that all right that I shuffle them up?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Moving on, speaking of Mia, speaking of her trying to play off Gordon, she's just like, oh, that's just part of Gordon's sickness.
I don't like her doing that either.
Right. She's like, man, Gordon and Ray aren't even close like that. He's an associate. I'm like, what?
So what? You don't have to be close like that to have lunch. They work together. I mean, he comes on the show. They don't have to be close like that. Right. But he talked to Ray.
Mm-hmm. And she's still sitting there trying to deny it. She's like, oh, well, he didn't want Ink to get the paternity test. So
and her and Ink, as I understand, are not even together now.
Right, exactly.
And then she back with Gordon, allegedly?
Yes, allegedly. Anyway, speaking of which, Kierna, you did a reading on her and her marriage last episode.
She's not married.
No. She wants to be, though. Her and Greg and their relationship, and she tried to dig into it a little bit more on camera. Probably not the right time to do these kind of conversations.
It seems to me that he doesn't want no parts of it.
No, he was
at all. And this is the thing. I'm gonna say it two ways.
Okay.
If you love him and you know this is not what he wants, what is more important, doing the show or losing your man?
Yeah.
There are so many marriages that do not work. They all fall apart. Beverly Hills, they all.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you had a very strong foundation to be on these shows. And it just seems to me that you're not strong.
No.
I think you're trying to force him, what's her name? Kierna into something that he's not interested in. And I think that Gazelle gave her some good advice. If this is what you want, and this is not what he wants, that's a sign, baby. If you want the show, this is going to open up doors for you, sweetheart. You're gonna become a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be known for you're not gonna, if that's the life you want, you might as well end it with Greg because that's not what he wants.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, Andy is not gonna tolerate it. Why? Because they're gonna want him to talk.
That's true.
And this is what happened to Robin.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen to so many couples.
Yeah.
So he's with you. He's going to have to participate. You're going to have something to decide on what you want to do, really, because it would be unfair to all the other ones. Gazelle was exposed.
Yeah.
Candace,
Mm-hmm.
Karen Hoogler,
Yep.
all of them.
All
of them at one point, even Mia,
mm-hmm.
you can't, it is. When you come on, it's called, what is it called?
The Real House?
A Housewives of Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
You got a man, he's in your life.
Yeah.
Gotta talk about it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You're really gonna have to think, do you want fame? Do you want, when I say fame, let me phrase it. Do you want to be a celebrity?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want this relationship? It seems like you want this relationship, but it seems like you're questioning the fame.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, baby Crone?
Yes, I do agree with that. And the one thing that didn't really sit well with me with this conversation, which was a complete red flag, at least in my opinion, was when she was talking to him about how she feels and says, I mean, everybody's entitled to their feelings, both of them. She was just like, I feel as though you dismiss my feelings. And what did he do? I don't dismiss your feelings. I don't dismiss at all. I was just like, you just dismiss your feelings.
I didn't see it that way.
Okay, how would you see it?
I saw it like I'm not talking on camera. I'm not going to get deep on camera with you.
Okay.
I'm not going to expose myself. You know how I feel. And if you push me, I'll start cussing.
That is true.
Or using profanity.
He will.
That's what I heard. Don't push me. And if you're unhappy, fine. Don't put it on me. This is not what I want. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I can see it that way. Yeah,
push it if you want to. But back up off of me. And she backed up.
She did.
Got her a drink. You are not dismissed. I love you. Now, if you don't like my love, then you got to do what you got to do. Pretty much is what I'm hearing. Let's see what it's up to her.
It's up to
Gazelle gave her good advice, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really up to her.
It's up to you. What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
You up there putting them on a trial for 2 years. What do you want? Because it's you the one with the problem. Mm-hmm. What? You're the one who's saying he's not listening. This is that. What do you want? What's her name? Kierna, what do you want? You done brought in about the man with the baby. You're exposing his life. What do you want, baby? What do you want? Because whatever you want, he's saying he's not a part of it. And I don't see how y'all can make it. Mm-hmm. My opinion. Everything I say is allegedly.
Yes. It's just the way we see it. It's just our opinion.
Yes. But I want you to make it. But it doesn't look like this is what he wants.
That is.
You exposed him enough. He said, don't expose me. This is your thing. But Bravo don't work that way.
If only.
Well, I get it. We paying you, you're a housewife. We want to enter into the house of a housewife. Your life, your marriage, whatever. And anything dark there, in time, it will be revealed.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of things being revealed, Ashley is feeling as though she might have to get some legal action because she's not hearing back from Michael's lawyer and she's really ready to move forward, close a chapter. She might have to go public and talk about if it's irreconcilable differences and stuff like that. Is
Michael still in the country?
Let me see.
I think he is because of the book, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. Well,
Speaking, while I find that one thing I found interesting, I'm not sure if you want to ponder on this one, but apparently, while Ashley was talking to Stacey about that, Stacey had opened up about how, in her process of divorce, she's like, I feel like my ex-husband does so much for our daughter that I feel like I don't need to ask for child support. And Ashley's like, well, what if she gets another woman? Is he still going to be supportive and there support? Stacey's just a little bit, maybe a little bit too naive.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't find at this very moment where Michael is.
Okay. So anyway,
Yes.
what else went on?
Yeah, finally, lastly, at the very end, Stacey's preparing for her fashion show.
Mhm.
All the ladies are
With
there.
dogs.
Yes.
And Karen says, I'm not coming. I don't like Stacey doing that though. Regardless,
Yeah, for real.
Karen needs to be exposed. I get it. But I don't like
that was so petty because
it was just petty. I didn't like that.
Should I be worried about Wendy? She's telling me not to be friends with Wendy. I'm like, girl, that is so high school
Gossipy. I didn't like it.
I couldn't even. I lost little. She lost little brownie points.
She lost it with me too. With that, I have to admit that she really lost it.
Did not
with
expect
me.
that from Stacey.
I didn't expect her to get like that so soon.
Yes.
No, you don't want those girls. You don't know. Gazelle and them could be ice, baby.
Mhm.
And I don't know what to show if it's Karen is fired allegedly. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Gazelle happened to mention, because this is a charity event that Stacey was throwing, Gazelle had threw a little dig in there. I mean, it wasn't a dig. She was just being truthful. She was like, I didn't even know you was into charity because the last 2 charity events I held, you didn't donate to them.
And she said, but when you showed up late because she chose to go to Karen's.
And she probably
and she said, and you still ain't donate no money. Yeah,
exactly. She probably felt like I was so embarrassed you kicked me out. Why am I going to donate? But
and then she said, but I will come to yours. I will not be in it. I've been bit by a dog. And when they asked her when she was in the confession, I could have.
Yeah.
I could have, but she said, but I will donate money.
Yep. Because it's about the charities.
Did they show the thing?
No, not yet.
Right, because I thought it wound up being a hot mess, right?
I think so. I think even a dog peed somewhere.
No, it was caca.
It was caca. Well, that was it for Potomac.
That was it.
Yes,
I hope we went over everything. Like
finale.
I said, Stacey, I don't like what she did. I think I like the way Wendy is playing.
Yes, I do like Wendy.
I like Wendy, and I like the fact she still says her digs, but it's doable. And I like the way that they're playing. I do. I just disappointed in Stacey. Yeah. So with that being said, we hope you enjoyed our recap. Just a quick recap to let you know what was going on, our little opinions about what we think. We hope you join us, and we hope you watch it. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have a comment or you want to say something, please leave it below, and we will respond. Right?
Yes.
And with that being said, we love you, right? So, you know what we say?
Sunflowers.